Hello and welcome to Kedrick Farms. Hopefully everyone is doing okay this evening. We are getting everything set up here. We're almost ready to go, but I noticed we were coming up on the 9 o'clock hour here, so might as well get the live stream going. We've got a number of people in chat already tonight, so appreciate everyone coming out. McKnight Gaming, glad to see you could make it. We're going to be showing off the edit to Elm Creek that McKnight has been working on here over the last, pretty much since FS22 came out here. So we'll be showing that off today. I've got my corn dryer that I personally have worked on that I'm going to show off. And then I've got mods from Trailer Park Farms. I've got some stuff from Dennis Farms that I've been testing out with him. All kinds of stuff. So we've got we've also got some stuff from Ford Ag to show off too. So it's gonna be a busy evening. Robert Dunlap, welcome to the stream. Good to see ya. We've got Living and Stranded from the staff team. Always good to see you guys. Scorpion's Edge, we do have a corn dryer that we're gonna be showing off tonight. Hopefully it works. I haven't had a lot of time to test it, but we're going to see how it goes. So let's jump into the game here. Godly Devil, good to see you, sir. Toby Neal, always good to see you. Had a great Thanksgiving, got to see the family. Hopefully all of you in the U.S. had a wonderful Thanksgiving weekend as well. Randy Pepler, welcome to the stream. I just broke my microphone arm, so I apologize. I'm leaning over awkwardly here to fix it. So let's take a look here. We've got all kinds of new mods today. And so we are going to start by showing off the map edit here by McKnight Gaming. And in order to do that, we're going to use one of the new mods that just came out on the mod hub here today, which is Power Tools. The interface is a little bit wonky here, but hopefully we can adjust here a little bit. And so here is the main farm here on Elm Creek that McKnight Gaming has reworked here. You can see that he took this little field out in the back, added some different shed options here, and normally this would be actually a bin placeable that's here. However, I've replaced this with the bin that I took and modified into a production placeable for our corn dryer. And so we're going to take a look at that here in just a little bit, but we do have some corn drying right now, so at least that's working. We'll play with that a little bit more here. We do have some different equipment here on the farm as well, so he's modified some of the starting equipment with this Rudolph trailer, as well as we've got a few different things in here. I guess some of this stuff is similar, but we've also got a front loader set of equipment and things in here already, so we're going to be all good to go, able to do a few more things on this farm, which I think is just awesome. And I love having an actual shed to put my stuff in. The other cool thing that he's got on here is all of the placeables for here. I believe this is the fuel, so it comes empty, but you can come over here, push R, and you can purchase and have fuel delivered for you. Much the same with the other things here. We've got lime and seeds, so you can either dump into it or you can come up here and say, hey, please send some lime over here for a fee. Absolutely awesome. Loving it. And so these are all around the farm here, and he's used appropriate models for them. So we've actually got a liquid tank here for the liquid fertilizer. It's just awesome. I love it. And so I kind of wish I'd held off on starting my Let's Play series until this edit was ready, because now we've got a less optimal map than what we've got here. So if you're looking to start a new game, I definitely recommend checking out this edit. We've also got a trailer here for our truck, which would make some of our bale stuff and all that kind of stuff a lot easier. So yeah, I'm loving it. This is an awesome start, and he started us off with these three fields over here as well. So the starting farm is a little bit bigger. You've got some more things that you can do, and then I guess lastly we've got a shop shed over here, if I can slowly fly my way over here. So we've got a repair point and a lot more storage and stuff over here on the side, in addition to the main farm area. So definitely feels a lot more like an actual farm that you could use here for some more modern equipment, a little bit more size. So I'm digging this. This is a cool setup. So we're going to be using this tonight to test out a lot of our other mods that we've got available. Looking over here at chat, I was on my monologue. Nick Stegman, welcome to the stream. Pleasant View Farms, good to see you, man. Superfly, you got hired workers taking over the farm so you can watch the stream. Well, welcome to the stream, sir. McKnight sees issues, yes. Randy, you like that last shed lean-to setup? I do too. I think it's one of the cooler sheds that we've got here. So that's just the highlight here of the map. I haven't gone through everything in detail just yet. We've got a few more things to show off today. So I'm trying to look here for a good spot to completely destroy our wonderful setup here. And maybe what I'll do is we'll move to a different part of the map here so that I don't have to mess up this wonderful farm to do it. We're going to jump down. We're going to jump down here. I'm going to buy this big field 69. And we'll jump down here so that I can actually do something with it, because I don't want to mess up the beautiful landscaping on the main farm there. And we're going to show off some of the other mods that I've had sent over to me today. So if we come in here and look at the sheds, we've got another surprise here from a few people here. I'm looking, I've got too many things installed now, but Trailer Park Farms sent over their large sheds. If you remember from FS19, I spent a lot of time using these sheds in various playthroughs, and so we now have the Trailer Park Farm sheds available. I'm looking for a good spot to put this down. The land in this field is a little bit not level, so it's funny. Giants recommends landscaping ahead of placing now, because you can't raise and lower buildings like you used to. So we're going to put this down right here and then do just a little bit of landscaping so that we can actually see this thing. If I can bring up my F1 menu, we're going to paint around this a little bit just so that we can get a good look at it. And my understanding is that we've got not only the core colors that existed in 19, but we got more colors coming here. So we're going to have to get through quite a few different mods here today. So that, I apologize, part of why I'm just jumping right into things is we've got quite a few things to look at here. And I want to get everything kind of slapped down here at the beginning of the video, and then we'll dive into it a little bit more. But we've also got shed lights here that work like the base game ones, so I thought that was pretty cool. We're starting to get both a good American map as well as some good placeables going here. If I can remember all the new screens here for Farm Sim. In addition to the core colors that we had before, we're still working on getting the store image thing doesn't work for modders right now, and so some of these don't have images yet, but we have, in addition to the core colors from 19, the white, we have a white and black, we've got a red and black, a red and white, so just lots of different options, red and green. And so TPF just went in and went crazy with his paintbrush here and added a whole bunch of colors, which is really cool for people that want that variety. Bruce, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Alien, Alan, you got an 8RX for sale for 58%. That's That's a little crazy. In addition to the TPF sheds, which I'm really excited about. So this shed pack is all of 5 megabytes. And so you get all these different colors, this giant shed, 5 megabytes, pretty awesome. We've got a few other mods coming out here, it looks like, that I found on Facebook. So you've got different sheds like the Quonset huts and all the general CBJ shed packs are coming out now as well. And then Western Iowa has their shed pack coming out here as well. So we've got a few different options. Everything's looking amazing. So no matter what you're looking to do, you're going to be able to build out your sheds and stuff here. So real American looking farms are a possibility now, which is amazing. Yeah, Randy, I actually talked to TPF about making that with the color changing options. There's a lot of work involved in using the new method that Giants has for changing the shed color options. And so that's something that isn't going to be available right out of the gate. But he's going to look into it and see what can be done. So, Godly Devil, most of these are either I'm testing them, so they're not yet released, or they're released on Facebook. I'll get into some of the mods that have been released on the Mod Hub here momentarily as well. I'm trying to go down my list here. So those are the sheds that we've got. So I guess moving on from sheds would be to take a look at the other placeable, which is the corn dryer over here that I've had running for just a little bit. And so you can see here that this is a mod that I've actually created. We took one of the bins. So if we come and look at the construction stuff, if you look at silos, we've got this silo system here. I want to say this is the one that I grabbed. And it's all well and good. It's a silo, but it's got a corn dryer right on the front, or a grain dryer, I should say. And so I took and looked at the production system and created a new silo that takes in corn and outputs dry corn. And so I've still got some work to do on this, but as you can see here, the silo is still capable of holding all the different types. We put some corn in here, and we're generating some dry corn. And so if we pop open the production chains screen here, I've got a corn dryer, my Ketter Farm silo here with the corn dryer that I can activate or deactivate. And I can set this up to run so many cycles an hour, costs so much money per hour, so I can kind of fine tune this. If I wanted to add, say, an input of, the natural gas or propane or whatever to dry with, I could do that. We could add that as a fill type. But we've actually got dry corn here as a fill type. So we're converting this ever so slowly into dry corn. I guess I say ever so slowly. We've only been going for 30 minutes in game time here. And in order to do that, I've added dry corn to the map. So we've got an actual dry corn type here. I've still got to work out apparently some selling station stuff. So we can sell it on the train to Goldcrest Valley, or you can sell using your production system. You can sell right here at the production system automatically. That's just a feature of production chains. So we're going to let this run. We're going to play with this a bit and see how it goes. But great question. Will the dry corn get more cash when you sell it? So I did bump up the price some. Now, price is variable. So it's not a static, always more than regular corn, the way that FarmSim does its prices. But it is a good percentage higher here. So, for example, right now I have 808 and 643 at these two selling stations. If I come look at regular corn, Goldcrest Valley's at 742, whereas the Ketter Farm silo, for whatever reason, is at 843. And so I've got a percentage higher. I think it looks like I probably need to go a little bit higher. I didn't want it to be significantly different, but it needs to justify the cost and the time involved. So we're going to have to look at that. Oh, we've got Trailer Park Farms in the chat. We were just showing off your amazing new sheds over here. We carved out a huge chunk of Field 69 here to place them down, or place it down, I should say. And so everything's working awesome here. I destroyed the ground here, drawing some gravel around the outside with a massive brush, but this thing is looking sweet. So we're going to need to find something worth putting in here. And so let's go grab our next mod here that I want to show off, which should be up at the store. We have got from Forward Ag the Seed Hawk that they had released here at the end with FS19. We've got it now completely in-gamed for FS22. And I'm excited to note that it works with the manual attach mod that I did install just before the stream here. So you can hook up the trailer, hook up your big hoses, and even the hydraulic hoses all hook up independent of each other. So it's pretty awesome. And so we're going to play around with this. I'm going to go ahead and buy some seed up at the starter farm. We're going to put Mick Knight Gaming's new placeables to the test here. Uh-oh, my steering wheel is not functioning. That's unfortunate. We'll have to do it the old-fashioned way with the keyboard here. We're gonna go get some seed at these new placeables, make sure those are all working good, and then we're gonna take this thing down there by TPF's new shed and see how this thing fits in there. I expect it will. It's quite the shed, but you never know. And then we've got probably 2 or 3 more mods to show off here today. So we're gonna get some workers going on some stuff here in a little bit and see what happens. Yeah, Toby, unfortunately I can't dock the price on wet corn, so we have to apply a premium for dry corn. The unfortunate nature of how Farm Sim works. It would be very difficult to alter the base game prices of things. So I've got a couple other features that I do want to also show off here. I'm curious if I'm even going to be able to fill out of this with the seeder. So let's buy some solid fertilizer and some seed, and then we may need to go get a trailer of some kind to actually do this if we can't do it with the fillers itself. Peter, I plugged it in after I started the game, I'm pretty sure. And so the wheel just didn't get in before I fired up Farm Sim, and so now it's not being recognized by the game. We turned way too sharp there, and we got this in too high of a gear. I'm still getting used to the new gear system here in Farm Sim. Alright, what's the button to open this up now? Is it maybe N? There we go. Now, is the seed or the fertilizer in the back? I don't know. And am I too far or too close? I don't know. So you know what? Let's just do this a more appropriate way. And we'll get a trailer to get this out and fill us up. Because if I try and fill this directly, I think we're going to just run into too much hassle here. Now, I don't know how to get out of the farm with this big thing. It clips on all the trees. So I'm going to sneak back around here. We'll try the seed real quick on the way out, but I think I was just too far away from the fertilizer there. But I guess the good news is we can actually sneak around here with even this large of equipment. I don't think there's any way for me to put my auger out right there, though, so we'll bring this out here and we'll do this in a little bit more sane of a way, like this. And then I'll just grab this trailer here. Yeah, Toby, that's what I did. I think I did like maybe 15 cents or something like that when I figured it. To, you know, kind of counteract if I had a like a 5-point dock or something like that. You know, something excessive just to make it worthwhile in Farm Sim. I didn't want for it to be significant, but here we've got our dry corn, which is unfortunately worth less than our non-dried corn. So until I find a better way to handle that, we'll just have to be at the whims of Farm Sim. There we go. Oops. I must not have this lined up very well. Or I don't have the auger on the appropriate setting. Let me move this to the front and see if it takes fertilizer. I was pretty sure the fertilizer went in the back tank, but I am not certain. Well, tip side back. We'll try one more time here. There we go. We just didn't have it lined up very well, folks. Ryan Lunt, welcome to the stream. Trio Gaming, good to see ya. I'm trying to re-plug in my steering wheel here. It's definitely got power. Let's see if it's gonna work. It's not doing anything. We'll do one last try here. We'll Alt-Tab and see. Yeah, my Logitech gaming software does not detect any devices plugged in. So, who knows what's going on with that. But we're not going to worry about it too much. We'll go and get this seed here real quick. And get going and test out this seeder. I'm really curious to see how it's going to work. But maybe before we do that, I've got a couple other things to show off. We might have to get a worker going on driving the seeder out to a field. Jace Farm Vlogs. I am going to do a custom farm at some point here for sure. Alright, so I got a trailer full of seed here. Let's get this seeder hopper moved up to the front so we can dump that in. And see how this is gonna work. There we go. Yeah, Crash, I usually don't have too many problems. I've definitely plugged it in after the game was going before, but my computer's probably up for some kind of a update reboot or something. It gets sluggish from time to time. Alright, well, this is working good though. We've got everything loading up here. I'm excited. We've got the big LSW tires here on the seed tender. The ones in the front even look like they've got a little bit of a squat to them here, so I like that. It's looking good. We almost need to get like a big bud or something going on this. Oh, I don't know why that didn't go in. Let's give that one more try here. I've got like a little bit of seed left in the trailer here. It doesn't really matter. There's no way we're going to use all this seed up, but it's kind of the principle of the matter. Oh well, we'll deal with it. Just like that. Have a good one, Ryan. Oh, it is full. The seed is full. The fertilizer still had 3%. That's what I'm seeing. Looks like I've got crop destruction on as well. So let's back ourselves up just a smidge here. And we're going to get this guy out on the road and then send him down to one of these other fields. What I want to do is show off a couple of pieces of functionality here that I have recently discovered that's going to come in really handy when using some of this bigger equipment and trying all this stuff out. So let me get this guy out of the way here, because I know there's no way we're going to make it by with this big tractor and seeder here. There we go. Whatever, I don't really care too much about this wheat. I'm just getting him out of our way and going. We might need it at a later point here for something we need to test with the silo system. I want to make sure that it accepts things that aren't actually in the production chain, that it still functions as a silo is my hope. Grayson McGowan, appreciate the $1 super chat. How you doing, sir? All right, let's take a look at the map here. I would like to plow together some fields. So I think I'm going to plow these fields together, and that would make it a more appropriate field setup for a big seeder like this. So I'm going to tell this guy to drive down here. He could not get there because the destination was unreachable. Let's try that again. Maybe we can go right here. There we go. All right, while he does that, let's grab the last tractor that I preloaded up on the game here and see if we can get down there. So, we've got the US style 8R edit here that Dennis Farms has worked on and released. He's since moved on. He's working with I believe custom modding now on getting some of their tractors and stuff updated. I've seen some screenshots. We've got all kinds of awesome wheel configurations and such coming here soon. And so we've got this to hold us over here. But this tractor is actually released on Dennis Farms' Facebook page. Oh, it looks like our seeder got hung up with some cars, maybe. He's working his way down the road here, though. Hey, it's Robin. Welcome to the stream. Bank Sinatra, good to see you, sir. Godly Devil, you can't own the roads, but some of the little paths between the fields, I believe, are ownable. Ownable. Is that even a word? I'm not sure. Uh-oh. We ran into the tree. Where's my crash counter? Oh, I don't have any of my HUD items on right now. Well, that would be why I didn't get a notification here for the super chat. Let's get this guy back on the road here, and I'll alt-tab and fix my streaming setup. Let's see here. We've got to turn this on, and we've got to turn this on. Let me see. 0. Minimize. Go. Bam. There we go. We can't do a stream without a crash counter, can we? Let's see, let's see. Oh, goodness. Nick, this is the McKnight's map edit. He was in here earlier. Burnt Corn, yeah, if you look on Facebook, McKnight Gaming's released this. He's also been posting the links in the Ketterick Farms Discord server, so be sure to check there as well. And I'm going to turn off traffic because we're having a bit of a problem with collisions here. So, oh, McKnight Gaming is here. Can we put a link to McKnight Gaming in the chat? That would be awesome. I should have done a pinned post with all of the modders' Facebook links in it. I need to think about these things. But yeah, if you're on my Discord server already there, Burnt Corn, you can find the link in the mod support channel. So I'm gonna zip down here, beat that tractor that's taking the long way around. He probably wouldn't have made it across this bridge anyway. And we're gonna check a couple things. We're gonna see if I can plow these fields together. So we need to do two things. First, we need to buy these fields. So we're going to buy this, we're going to buy this, and no, we can't actually plow them together. Interesting. It looks like we don't own the road there. So there's a road between every field on this map, it looks like. I'm wondering if that's going to cause us problems. So I have allow create fields with cultivators, the mod that just came out, installed here. And so we're going to see what happens here. I've set it to allow us to do it. Oh, look at that. You can do it. Beautiful. So we're going to go ahead and plow this all the way up here. And if I switch views here, I think I passed the view I was looking for. Get rid of all of that stuff. I think it's actually changing this over so it looks like it's part of the same field, which is pretty cool. It's deleting this road from this view at least. If I go back into even the crop types view, you can see the map is slowly updating here and getting rid of that road and replacing the mini map with our new field texture here, which is kind of cool. Yeah, Godly, I was kind of surprised. I was kind of expecting it not to let me do this, but it is definitely letting me do this, and it looks like it's updating the mini-map even at the bottom there to remove this road. So I'm kind of curious to see how that continues as things go on here. If that just takes a minute for it to update completely, that would be pretty epic. Yeah, look, it just updated everywhere behind me. It's removing the road. It's like fading it out a bit. That's pretty slick. I won't lie, I'm excited by that. So I'm going to fold this up. We're going to get this guy kind of out of the way here, and we're going to go figure out where our big seeder is. But with the ability to merge the fields like this and have them kind of update the map to actually look more or less merged, I think we've got some potential to legitimately have some larger scale farming on this map. Yeah, you completely messed this up, buddy. Derry, welcome to the stream. Good to see ya. What are we stuck on? We're stuck on something because we're not moving. Let me back up, actually. That might help a little bit. Oh, it looks like I took out a mailbox. Let's see if I can get enough traction to get out of the ditch here. I just got to get the tractor up on the road here. Come on, you can do it. We're like stuck on something here. I think my wheels are just getting up in the air a bit, or on the sign there, or who knows what. So if I could just kind of push my tractor back up onto the road here, I think we'll be good to go. There we go. Got this cone. I wonder if I can hop out and move the cone by hand. Oh yeah, there we go. I do like that so many things are movable now in Farm Sim compared to previous versions. I don't know, we're stuck. Oh, we're stuck back there on the light pole. Well, now's a great time to test out Super Strength from Power Tools. So if we turn on Super Strength, ooh, that actually works a lot better than I remember it working in Farm Sim 19. Alright, well, let's try this. Alright, mailbox has got to go. There we go. Alright. I don't know, I suppose we should take at least one crash counter for that. 1 times. That should be 2 times. Alright, let's see. I really shouldn't be driving this big cedar through the middle of downtown, but it is what it is. The AI worker thought it'd be a cruel joke to get me stuck in the middle of town and then leave me. I had to move the mailbox so I could send it. There you go. Toby, you haven't seen the improvement, just more stuff they can mess up. Pretty much. Oh, we're not going to fit, are we? We're going to try and go really fast. Nope. Goodness. Alright, well. Let's see here. I guess we'll just have to pull ourselves out of this mess. Well, that was impressive. You definitely couldn't have done that in 19. Of course, we're causing ourselves all kinds of problems. Trying to find something to lift on to get us unstuck. Apparently the seed cart is the best thing. Alright, so I can't go over this bridge. We're gonna have to find another spot to go over. So we're gonna sneak down the edge of this field. This may be the biggest problem with trying to do something bigger on this map, is finding a way to get across to the field. Here we go. This is a designated railroad crossing if I've ever seen one. Just like that. Look at it. We're good to go. All right. So, where should we start? Let's, we're going to plow this whole field under, so I'm kind of curious to see if this thing direct drills or not. It definitely should let me just drill into this, I would expect. And yeah, McKnight, if we could get a way to come to the other side of the map, that'd be great. Some of these bridges, even with normal sized equipment, I've had some problems. Alright, we've got hydraulic noises on this thing, which is cool. And we're going to go ahead and just go for the wheat. It does look like we're seeding. I don't know what it's doing to all the different textures here. I guess that's appropriate. It's like withering out the other crop, and it's got a seeded texture underneath it. So if we let this go, I've got to bring my gears down. We're struggling. It's funny, at the higher gears, I'm going slower because I don't have the horsepower to keep going here. So now I can go 10 miles an hour if we gear down a bit here. 11th seems to be a pretty good spot. But yeah, we've got air seeder noises, which is pretty awesome. And I don't think those are weeds. Oh, maybe those are the weeds. there's whatever that is, it's withered here in between. And if I come into the menu here, we've definitely got wheat getting planted. And it shows in a initial growth state, so that's a planted state or a seeded state, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, I'm loving the gear system, the way that the torque works with the tractors. It's amazing. So yeah, I don't mind having to use a header trailer on a like a big combine header or something. I mean, you know, I mind, but it makes sense to me. But the seeder, like, there is no way to fold up the toolbar here any more than we did. So that's where we're at. We do need to go check on that corn dryer. I have seasons off right now, so as soon as I'm done doing a headland pass here on this field and testing out this seeder, we're going to go check that out again, the corn dryer, and see how that's doing. Yeah, I'm sure that McKnight is up to giving us a new bridge here. We'll put in a giant bridge. Can put one of those remembrance signs on it too. Here's where the Kedrick Farms worker crashed. McKnight's already making an edit. I have to get McKnight. I have to get you my dry corn tweak here too. So, Graham, I did add a new fill type here to the game. Oh, this thing is not meant for backing up, at least not the way I'm doing it. So we should have just turned here. We're gonna finish taking this headland pass off, and then I am going to attempt to start a worker. I find it interesting that we're seeding into the field, but we're not taking the weeds out. I seem to remember in the previous version, if you planted, the weeds would automatically get reset. But the fact that I'm just drilling into it and the weeds are still there is annoying, but fascinating at the same time. So let's take a look here. I'm seeding. What are we doing from a fertilizer perspective? So I am fertilizing. I assume that's coming from the fertilizer because I'm not technically tilling, so I'm not getting any tilling bonus. Does it show weeds in the field in the weed map view? Good question. It does, everywhere except where my tires are driving, and that's makes sense. I am destroying them with these big tires. Look at those tracks I'm leaving. That's amazing. I love these LSW tires. That looks sweet. I need a big bud or something in this game now. Nope, and we're probably in the wrong gear here. So I'm going to drop this down a couple gears. We were going 4 miles an hour as we go up this little bit of an incline because we were in way too high of a gear. So now I'm at 7 miles an hour as we drop down. And so this is cool. Yeah, Godly, I think it's because they're fully grown weeds. And yep, we're going uphill 5 miles an hour. We're going to drop the gears down here a little bit, 4 miles an hour. We're trying to keep that RPM gauge somewhere above 1800 here. Maybe I'll go down a couple gears. There we go. We're going slow, but we're able to maintain. I like it. I like that this is a game mechanic, something to think about. You're not just driving full speed up and down the hills. I mean, this versatile tractor is, you know, really high horsepower. I think it's a 620, right? So, you know, I think we definitely meet the horsepower requirements for this rig, but, you know, that's not an insignificant hill in farming here. And so going up something like that, and you can see it was kind of, you know, I guess I'm pointing with my hand, but it had a few rolls here in that hill. I like it. I like it. We're having too much fun with this. Do I know if Forward Ag has updated their itch page or mod network? I don't. I think they released it in the Facebook group, possibly. This should be coming out soon. They sent these to me like before Thanksgiving. I just didn't get a chance to take a look at it until today. So I know Forward Ag, you know, they usually send stuff out pretty close to wanting to release it. So I'm definitely having fun with this. So I'm gonna go ahead and I think get this guy down to the other corner here, and then we'll try and let the worker take over for a bit. And I'm going to jump over and take a look at this corn dryer again and see how we're doing with drying corn. And then I think maybe we might need to find a field with some corn in it and get some more corn going in there, and maybe bump the time up a little bit to see how that's going to work. I also want to check that wheat that we have the starter combine harvesting in the front yard. We'll grab that wheat and see if we can put that into the same silo system. I haven't had a chance to test that. My understanding of how the XML for the placeable system is that we should be able to get that crop back out if we put it in there, but let's go find out. So I'm gonna whip this around and we'll start a worker off. Some more about there. And go. You got this. Oh yeah. Sounds so good. All right, I'm gonna turn this back off. I'm gonna turn this back off. And we're gonna jump up to the farm. We've got a little bit of seed in here. Let's dump this seed out and go see what happens. The seeder and his 9500T tank cart are in the Ford Ag face group in the announcements. There you go, Robin. I had not seen that the new cart was out, or the tank was out yet. I should have grabbed that before the stream as well. There's so many new mods, or even converted mods coming out, or mods that were in 19 that are now getting better and improved for 22 already. It's exciting. It's hard to keep track of them all. I know one of the things I'm really excited about with the manual attach mod is that if you install it on multiplayer, it's now a setting. And so even if you're on single player and you get tired of using it, or you've got an implement that's not working with manual attach, you can just flip it on and off right here in the settings on a per user basis. So that's going to be awesome. We'll be putting some of these kind of mods on our multiplayer server here soon to kind of help out with the people that want the realism versus sometimes people just want to play the game and they don't want all that. So I kind of like it though, and we're getting used to it already. Oops, I forgot. This has got to stay on while we're unloading now. It's all the little features with FS22 that's been making it so awesome. The fact that your combine has to actually be running now to unload is pretty sweet. So we've got this production system over here, and I'm going to go ahead and see if it's going to take the wheat. Now, it's looking like maybe not, because I don't see a dump. Wheat is not accepted here, so we're going to have to look into that. Because if I take a look here, I only have a production for the corn dryer right now. And you can see we are drying corn slowly but surely. We're definitely going to need to speed this thing up here a bit at some point, because we've only done 500 liters in probably about an hour of game time. And so that's way too slow. But we're not accepting wheat right now, which is unfortunate, because if we look here, I know that we can actually get wheat out of this when we drove up under it before. So we're going to have to take a look at that. Maybe towards the end of the stream, after we finish checking some of the other stuff out, we will see about editing the XML for that real quick. I can show you guys what I've done to add this setup. It's really straightforward to work with the production system. Let's see, if we disable the dryer, can we do anything with it? Oh, I didn't set a point to interact with it. 1 second. there's something else that I need to do. If we deactivate the production chain, so the production chain is no longer running. You can hear no sounds, or not the same sound, I guess I should say. And then if I dump this up here, I do not get a dump. So we'll have to look into that a bit more. Oops, one of the other mods that I've been playing with, if I can find the store, we have these gravity wagons that Dennis Farms converted. They were originally, this one at least was a JHHG mod. We can now get a couple of these and use AI workers with these mods. So we're going to go ahead and grab, I think I've got a 7R US series in here as well. So let's grab that. Oops. Can I get one with the weights? I cannot. We'll grab this. And we'll go up to the store and show this thing off. So we've been playing with some different things. And I was really pleased to be able to figure out that the AI system is pretty awesome and not that hard to implement in the game. And so I'm gonna hopefully get these two carts hooked up without too much difficulty. All the manual attached stuff is working here. Yeah, Robin, I thought I had something, I thought I had it working earlier, but I guess when I was testing, I didn't do a great job of testing this. I didn't have a lot of time before the stream. One of the things that I thought was cool, so in Global Company, you can't get the base crop type back out of the bin again. So like if you put corn in and it's gonna make dry corn out of that corn, you're unable to get the wet corn back out, which was always a struggle for me when I was trying to run the pigs, because my pigs required the base corn for feed, because I didn't feel like modifying everything about the game. And I could never get it back out. And so now I can at least get the corn and the dry corn out. We got a little ways to go. We're in danger of ripping the tires off of this thing, at least if it's anything like it was in Farm Sim 19. Anytime you bend the tires on these gravity wagons, they snap off their attachment points. Yeah, I didn't have too much difficulty in real life, although I will admit I usually grabbed a skid steer and used the bucket to push the tongues back here. But there's a lot of similarities to how the production chain systems work and how the Global Company scripts used to work. So not exactly the same, but a lot of similarities there. Oh boy, the broken tire issue is still a thing, so that's gonna be interesting. So what I want to do here is we're gonna use this Power Tools mod. I can fill my vehicle, and I'm gonna put corn in here, maize, and we're gonna fill both of these trailers. So this is kind of like a easy dev tool light, I guess we'll call the Power Tools mod. It works really, really well for some of the basic stuff. You can see here I've got the weight limits on my trailers, so I can't quite fill them to the max. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start off with putting this corn into our bin here so that I have a good amount of corn in it. And then we'll show off the AI driving mechanisms here. I'm pretty sure I've got this working. So if you haven't played with it, I guess we'll show it off here since I can't put this wheat anywhere else. We've got a bunch of wheat in this trailer, and so I can just come into my menu here. We're going to find the current best spot for wheat, which looks to be the grain mill. And so I'm going to come in here. We're going to create a job to deliver to the grain mill. If I can find it. We don't need looping. Start job. And so this guy should go sell at the grain mill, right? Argsy Gaming, how's it going? It's funny, if I can figure out if Giants is going to let me add a placeable that has a non-base game fill type, I might actually try and release it on the mod hub. It would just require that somebody releases a mod with the fill type on it, and it should work great, in theory. So I'm gonna turn around here so my chutes are on the right side. I'm gonna dump all this corn in, and then we're gonna see if the AI is capable of delivering this corn or not. I'm really curious to see not only if it works, but if it works with my placeable. I did test it earlier. It should work, and it should work with both hoppers. So we're gonna see what happens. Graham, I do agree. I like the weight limit. I think that there's a lot of different things that don't have an appropriate weight limit on them, but we're gonna see if we can figure that out and tweak some of the mods here to be more appropriately weighted or have appropriate weight capacities. For example, I was testing this guy here, right? You can only put like 46% of its capacity in there with the weight limit stuff turned on, so that's really disappointing. Like, I know for a fact that if I've got this out in the field, it's heaping full and able to handle it just fine. And so nobody's going to take an auger wagon on the road like that, or at least not any distance. So it's one of those, like, I get what you're trying to do, Giants, but come on now. 46% of my capacity only? Grr. Hey, it's Faber Farming. How you doing, Julian? Hopefully well. Godly Devil, that was corn that when I was testing it. Yeah, there's no DOT in Elm Creek. Actually, it'd be funny if there was a DOT truck driving around. You think it stops based on the tractor you have attached can handle it? Well, I had a 9RX fully kitted out, and I know the trailer can handle it. So we'll have to figure it out here. So we're going to take this guy up on the road here, and we're going to drive past our farm. I want to see if he's able to navigate into the farm, because I know we don't have a spline to that grain place. So the AI driver uses like the traffic splines by default, and then if it can't use that, it tries to do it on its own. So I'm kind of curious how this is going to work. So let's see. I want to create a job. I want to load and deliver. And I want to get it from the Ketterick Farms silo. We're going to get corn because I just put a whole bunch of corn in there. And I guess I should have probably looked to see where... Well, let me just look and see what's close to the farm maybe for selling corn to. That I'm going to be able to drive through. Grocer Y-Mart maybe? Or let's take it down here. Grain West Silo. I know that's going to work. Let's do that. So, load and deliver, loading station. Oops. Ketterick Farm Silo, corn. And then we said it was the West... Grain West Silo looping. So this should take all of the corn out of there and move it to the silo by the railroad station. So let's see if this guy's going to do it. Here is the test. And yes, we We've already vandalized the McKnight Gaming farm setup here with a Kedrick Farm sign. I couldn't help myself. All right, AI driver's doing good so far. We're doing good. RZ, how you doing, man? We gotta trade some mods over here at some point. I've been working on all kinds of stuff. Getting this AI driver stuff down has been a little bit of a challenge, but I think I've got it. Oh, these duels, though. These duels are gonna be an issue. All right, hang on. Hang on, we're gonna stop this for just a second. And I think I have the new mobile workshop here. So we're gonna customize this and go back down to singles. There we go. And hook this back up, remembering our hoses. All right. I think I have to recreate this job, though. I wish it would... I wish it would save my stuff when I stop the job. It did. Look at that. Although it doesn't think the target is reachable, so let's see if I can just back this up a few feet. And then try this one more time. Create job. Start job. It's going to go around the block. All right, go around the block. Let's see it. Is a helper Kedrick hired and works for his farm considered a +1 crash? It probably should be, since I configured the AI driving parameters for these trailers. So how wide it turns and all of those things are configured by yours truly. Uh-oh. Hey, this is like auto drive. It just puts a little bit in and then keeps going. All right. Well, that was unimpressive. Let's figure out if that's caused by my silo or by the AI worker. So I'm going to pull in here and see if I can manually load this corn out. Come on. Corn, corn, corn. So I can manually load the corn out. I wonder if that's because the production chain ticked because I was on a higher speed. We're going to try this one more time here and see what happens. I've slowed the time down here. So part of what we're doing tonight, folks, is testing out some of these mods that I've been working on. And so we love to get all of the kinks worked out before we release anything publicly here. So we're going to see if the AI driver can unload into this second cart here on this pass. If he can, I'll at least know why, which is because the production system is running. Although I don't hear it running. I don't know if I've got it on or not. So it worked that time. We've got a slower speed. Is the production chain activated right now? It is not. Well, why did it work this time and not last time? And why do I only have 0 liters of dry corn? Did I pick the wrong kind of corn? Curious minds want to know. All right, well, we're gonna let this guy run his course, and he should dump this into the other silo here and then come back and try this again. Yeah, RZ, that's what I'm wondering, if he grabbed the dry corn instead of the regular corn. I think, actually, let me deactivate this. I think it might be set up in a way to try to unload the outgoing products first, maybe? I'm gonna have to look at that. I'm not sure. So these production systems are very new to me, so that's unexpected behavior. So we've got some exploring to do on that. Let's hop down here and see how we're doing. It looks like we got hung up at some point here. We're definitely not seating here. We didn't even get around our first U-turn. I'm really not a fan of the weeds here. Oh, I turned weeds off. Maybe that's why we're not plowing them under. If I come back in here and turn weeds on, I bet if I turn on this seeder, will it get rid of the weeds on me now? Let's find out. It does, would you look at that. So if you have weeds in a field already and turn weeds off, it's not getting rid of them when you're seeding. That seems like a little bit of a bug to me. I'm not sure. Faber Farming, appreciate you joining the channel, sir. Welcome. My goodness, I'm very distraught over the random behaviors here on Farm Sim. Chris Talley, will the AI drivers recognize an auger to fill and loop? That's a good question. Let's find out. Belt system. Auger. Buy. Placeable. Actually, let me buy the land first so we don't have to go all over. This is going to be our test save, so we'll buy something right up by the store. Field 55. You look like you need a shiny new Meridian bin. Let's see what you got. Silos. Meridian bins. I think the store is over here. AI worker A has stopped work unexpectedly. We'll go check on him in just a second. So here's, well, we're just gonna slap it down right here. And then we'll tab through and find, this guy's in an odd spot. This guy's in an odd spot. And our worker has managed to crash. Although our cool little light came on because we've got our beacons on. So this is the problem with AI drivers. If the AI driver actually worked and didn't crash into a tree, he probably would have got to where he needs to go and delivered his crops. But because the AI drivers can't manage to drive straight, we're never gonna know if he would have been successful. There we go. Turn off the beacons, turn on the flashers. The lights work on these trailers though, which is nice. So I'm gonna get this guy out here on the road again, and I'm gonna see if his job is at least saved, where I can just tell him to keep going. And you can see here he's just overturning. That's what he's doing. Alright, I'll get him a little bit past these trees and the cars parked on the side of the road. And it's a nice bit of detail, having the car parked on the side of the road there and stuff. But you'd think, just with Giants knowing how bad their AI drivers are, like, they wouldn't do this to us. Alright, what are you blocked by? Are you blocked by this sign in the road? Is that your problem? What is your problem? It's blocked by something. The sunny day. I don't know. Alright, away we go. We're gonna have to do this manually, apparently. Looking back on the stream, it defaulted to the dry corn after you changed the tractor tires. Oh, that's probably what did me in. All right. Now that we're over the bridge, can you handle driving again? So I'm not going to fault the inability to path on our getting the AI stuff to work with these carts. So let's see if he can at least dump successfully here without intervention. Oh, he's even got his blinker on. Oh, I turned the hazards on. Never mind. I did that. Let's not give the AI worker any credit here. Well, he's doing it. Better than the semis. The semis can't make it up this thing. It's ridiculous how much tire slip that you get on the semis. Okay. This guy got here. Are you going to dump the corn now, or...? Yeah, not so much. I mean, we got close. But, not so much. Well, we'll have to continue to work on this. The problem is, with testing this kind of stuff, is that I don't know if this is a problem with the changes I made to get the AI working, or just that the AI worker is not that smart. I've had this working with some of the other sell points, but we'll have to see. Oh, he's set to deliver dry corn. You guys mentioned that, and I completely didn't pay attention. There. Let's see if he does it now. AI worker is blocked by an object. Alright, we'll do one. We'll do this one on our own. Is the AI agent in the mod already? Scooter's Workbench, I did update this. There's like 3 different things you have to change with a mod in order to get it to work with the AI system. The first is that you have to set it up so that the fill units can allow an AI to fill them up. You have to set it up so the discharge node allows the AI to dump it, and then you have to actually add the AI section so that the AI knows how to what do you call it? So the AI knows how to turn. So how wide can it turn? There's a few other settings as well that I haven't gotten around to playing with yet that I'm sure would help things out, but the version that is released on Dennis Farm's Facebook page does not yet have the AI code in it. I sent the AI updates to Dennis Farms this afternoon. He just hadn't had a chance to look at it yet. And so I said, well, here you go. I was playing around with it. Have at it. So I expect at some point when he gets a time to do his own look at it and maybe a little bit of testing, he'll put some updates out there. But I'd like to be able to tell him that this is going to work well based on our live stream. So let's try this one more time. So we're going to send him back for corn this time. Grain West Silo. Let's see. Maybe, just maybe, he'll get back there on his own. Which direct drill / seeder / planter are you using in here? We've got a big seed hawk going right now over in, I believe, this field right across from us. So let's jump into this guy here and see what he's doing. He's actually going at it now. Looks like maybe his work area could use just the slightest tweak here. We're missing a single row here. We'll have to, let me actually grab a screenshot of this. I'll send it to Forward Ag. There we go. He always likes to know when there's some minor problems and such with mods. And so this seeder setup is actually released on his Facebook group now at this point. I expect once he gets all the kinks worked out that he'll release it more publicly as well, as he always does. Stranded Canson, my money is not going up because that is a storage silo. There are 2 storage silos on this map that are not sell points. And so the one by the railroad there is one of them, and I think there's another railroad. So right here, this one, when you see this symbol, this is a storage symbol. And so there's another storage here, so you can load it onto the train versus... maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's a sell point symbol as well. But you've got the other one down here is a sell point. So these 2 points on the grain west silo and the grain pool east, I believe, are both free storages. The rest are sell points on the map. The Ford Ag Row of Shame, exactly. Justin Rizinger, what equipment mods are you wanting to be released ASAP? That's a great question because we got such a big drop of mods here today. I would say GPS, but it looks like we've got some GPS-like options in some of the mods that have released recently here that I need to check out, although I know Wobster is working on GPS. So we'll have to check those out here soon, because I think that's kind of the biggest one for me. Other than that, I'm just waiting for another map, I think. I'd really like to get a map that can handle some larger scale farming. I mean, we've got this field going right now, which is kind of cool. We can actually use this larger seeder on it, but other than this field, which we kind of created here in this episode to double up on, we don't have a lot of areas big enough to justify larger equipment. I mean, I guess you got this field over there, and you could combine all of these fields into a field and have like 3 big fields, but other than that, that's pretty much it. All right, let's... I'm trying to... Oh, I'm pushing the wrong buttons. I'm like trying to land again here. Let's see here. Let's see. I want to see what this terrain is over here. Perma's modding. Good to see you, man. Oh, welcome to the stream. Yeah, Scooter's Workbench. We were talking about that earlier when I was plowing things up. I really like the dynamic mini-map and, well, main game map in general. I also like that McKnight removed all the useless buildings off of this farm, so I could actually place some sheds and stuff down here. Ah, we're getting ideas. Maybe we'll have to start building some of our own farms here. Did we do that to the rest of the farms as well? Let's jump up here real quick and take a look. This farm still has some buildings on it. We gotta come take a look over here now. Yep, it looks like the other farms still have some buildings, but the one down in the other corner there, we got all the useless buildings removed for sure. Now I gotta run up here and check this out. A good piece of tillage equipment would be good. Yeah, Toby, we've got quite a few now. I mean, I've got a few modern tractors that have the row crop duals, which is awesome. We've got a 7R and an 8R now. We've got a case tractor. Yeah, none of these sheds are functional. I really want to get rid of these. This would be a perfect farm. Drop this shed off, put the nice TPF shed here. Oh, that'd be pretty sweet. So we're going to have to do that. I know he's been doing a lot of different updates to this, so I'm going to add that to the McKnight Gaming wish list here at some point. Yeah, there's 4 farms, 1 in each corner, and like these sheds in the back here are unusable, McKnight. So they look cool. I just wish that the doors opened. If we could use these sheds, that would be awesome. But since we can't, I'd rather blow it away and drop drop like a TPF shed or something else in here so that I can actually use this farm. So that would be slick for sure. And so if we look at the mini map here, ugh. There's a farm located in this corner. There's a farm here, and there's a farm down here. I haven't checked this one yet. I know you got the one in the bottom left corner. J is, yeah, it's this farm over here. I don't know what's there. This one actually looks like it might be better. Harry Deer, at least making the doors animated would be a blessing. Yeah, I'm just not sure that those models are set up to be usable. If they had just if they just made those sheds usable, like, I would have little complaints with this. So let's let me see here. Yeah. None, I mean, like, I don't know. I feel like it's just such a miss. If they just made it so you could open the shed doors on these, at least the ones, I mean, at least this barn is usable. This is pretty sweet. This one, however, not so much. And so it just takes up such a bunch of the real estate. Now, these are technically off the map, which is fine. So they're more decorative. Oh, one of them's not. So these make sense. They're off the map, but like, hey, give me a Quonset hut. Woo, pigs. But yeah, there's no interiors on any of these sheds, so I don't know. Maybe at some point Giants will come back and update them, but I doubt it. I highly doubt it. At least let me sell them. That would be my ask if you know, we didn't have to mod the map to get rid of some of these structures on what are clearly designed to be, you know, full farms. I mean, you know, you've got 4 extra farms on the map. If they'd been set up right, multiplayer would have been awesome on this map. Yeah, McKnight, I might be on an older version. I admit I didn't grab the latest off of Discord this afternoon. I have the previous version. Yeah, Godly, exactly. If I could have got rid of them with the destruction tool, that'd be cool. Oh, we don't have any corn here. We've sucked all the corn out. So where's our tractor then? We've got a tractor here somewhere. So he's been, all this time I'm running around, he's been hauling the grain away. So if I look here on the map, I should now see a whole bunch of corn. We got 56,000 liters of corn in storage now. So that's pretty cool. I don't think you can remove them, Godly, with the tools available in game. Like if I jump up here to this farm and figure out where I'm at. Where am I at? 19, yeah. So right up here in the corner. So if I, I'll land here to make sure I don't have anything going on. But if I go into the construction tool, and we fly up here to the corner. I don't think we can get rid of these. Yeah, Toby, exactly. Like, if I could have just come up here and demolished these and put my own buildings down, I could have used this as a multiplayer farm. And, you know, I mean, it's a perfect starter farm. I mean, just look at all these little fields right here. Would have been awesome. But no dice. So I'll have to get the latest version that McKnight has. And he's got a version of it on the Discord server, which is cool. And our AI worker has stopped because the silo is empty. So that's pretty slick. I'll say, despite the user error, this thing worked out pretty good the next time around. So we managed to get everything out of the corn silo and moved over to another silo. So we've been learning a lot about modding this week, and the fact that we can get our trailers and stuff all wired up is pretty cool. So let me pull up my list here. I don't want to forget anything that I had written down. We've got, today we've been showing off the Dennis Farms conversion of the JHHG J&M trailers here. I've got the AI stuff working on them now, so I'm going to send that, or I already have sent that over to Dennis Farms, so hopefully we'll get that released out to the public here soon. McKnight's done an awesome job on this map, so much better than the vanilla version. I'm super excited by it. I'm so excited I'm really tempted to swap out my single-player game and just call it a day. We'll have to think about how I do that here in the middle of the series. We've got the ever amazing Trailer Park Farm sheds here on the other field, which is pretty awesome. I love these sheds in FS19, and I know he's got some more enhancements coming for them. They look great, and it's under 5 megabytes for all those color options, so that's pretty slick. And then over here we've got the Western Iowa shed. Western Iowa mods and edits or something like that, I forget. But this is another nice looking shed if you're looking for some options. A little bit smaller than the large TPF shed, and so that's pretty cool. All the doors are functional, and I'm trying to check if we've got lights in here. It doesn't look like I've got lights. I mean, we've got lights up there, but the lights don't seem to be working in there. So that'll be one thing as coming soon. But we've got lights in here. All the buildings on the starter farm are pre-placed placeables. Yeah, exactly. The main farm can have their stuff deleted, but Western Iowa modding and edits. There we go, Derry. We do need some self-propelled sprayers. That would be awesome to see. What else do we do? Human door light switch. I guess I'm used to the new FS22 version. Oh, there you go. So we've got a clickable light switch a la FS19 style. That's cool. Light switches still work. There we are. I'm already used to the press R to turn on lights anywhere in the shed. It's maybe less realistic, but it's sure nice. Juan, yeah, adding propane is actually really easy. I'm gonna jump out here in a minute and kind of show off the how it's done part of some of the modding tricks here. But adding a fill type is incredibly easy now. Not that it wasn't super easy in Farm Sim 19, but figuring out the small differences in 22 was pretty easy. We've got the forward ag seed hawk here. I'm loving this thing, especially with these big tires on the trailer. The seed tender, whatever, air cart, that's the word I'm looking for. Oh, Chris, thank you. We were gonna test out the bin and I got sidetracked. Hang on. We'll get to it right now. Visit. I'm like a dog, sees a squirrel and goes chasing after it. American front duals on your 8R, not just the four-wheel drive, yeah. I know Dennis Farms has some, he's working on some stuff. He's doing a bit of collab with custom modding, and they're updating all of the custom modding R series tractors and including American style tire options for those. So I've seen the work in progress. I expect that those will be coming out hopefully sooner than later. This is really slow. I should have probably got a truck or something to run this out here, but that's okay. Do. Our auger has got field destruction. That's pretty cool. Kind of. Now I've got to get some crops in here, so I'm going to have to bring our gravity wagons, I suppose, back over here would be the easiest way to do that. Alright, so we'll leave this set up here. Yep, that's working. And then we're going to find our tractor with these on it. And we'll bring this over here and we'll get the big auger, we'll fill it up, and we'll see if this works with the AI driver. I suspect that we are not going to be able to do load and deliver. I think we'll just be able to do deliver with the looping option, so it comes back there to start with. And the reason I say that is that the auger needs to be turned on, and as soon as the auger is done filling something else, I believe it's going to turn itself off. And so this will be a good test of that. So while we drive down the road here, we've got to buy one more big auger so I can load some corn up here. If I trusted the AI driver to get me to the bin that's right down the road, I would, but I don't. Looks like Perma's got Luke's question answered here. You can download the mods directly from the menu. We're going to put this right here. And then for this auger, I don't think I can get into... Well, I can get into this auger. Can I drive this auger at 3 miles an hour? I didn't realize. Well, that's simultaneously awesome and painfully slow at the same time, but we do only have to go across a road, so we'll probably go with this. All right, I'm really curious to see if this is going to work now. We should probably paint a driveway or something here just to make it look better, although since you can't own the roads, ooh, that's something maybe McKnight Gaming can fix. Can we get a option to buy the roads? That would be awesome. And yeah, we turned off the traffic here on the map because if I tried to cross the road with this thing, we would have smashed right into it. All right, let's see here. We need ammonia, GPS, and precision farming. I think we'll get precision farming from Giants in the spring here. I think that that's going to be one of their first half of the year releases. I know they've said that it's going to come at some point early next year. That should be a free DLC. And I think it's going to bring the automatic section control. Since we have section control right now, we just need automatic section control now. How do I... Oh, I don't. I was like, how do I unfold the auger? It's a mouse command now. Oops. There we go. We're going to roll this thing right out here. Something like that. And I want to do just a little bit of landscaping. We're not going to deal with the horrible looking stuff that we did in the last live stream. There we go. We'll just slap down a awesome amount of dirt or gravel or whatever this is here. I don't know if it's going to affect my worker in any way, but there we go. Control P, fill vehicle. We might as well just keep using corn for everything here. G. I had to change the default key for the power tools here. It was set to F12, but since I use Steam, that didn't really work out too well for me because F12 is the screenshot key. Yeah, Alan, like Courseplay will be cool, but honestly, if Giants could just make a few tweaks to the AI here to get it to drive around on its own a bit better, I could probably get used to not having Courseplay at some point. But I know the Courseplay team's already started working on some stuff, so they've said, I think, that they're going to come out with Courseplay here. Alright, I was kind of hoping this was going to unload here. Let me see if I can hop in this thing and maybe drag this forward. Something like that. That should be pretty lined up. There we go. Da, da, da. Will take some time, but that could be done. Yeah, I'm curious because, like, you've got, you know, these roads and you just can't even build a driveway. It just seems like a minor thing, but it's a pretty big miss when you've got this awesome placeable system. Not overly impressed with the new landscaping. Seems to be the smooth tool doesn't work as well as 19. I don't know if I've used the smooth tool yet. Aha, there we go. We got a little aggressive here trying to go over this auger. Alright, once we get this emptied out, I should be able to test this out, see if it's working. Justin Risinger, Tractor Mods. I would love to see some of the older tractors come out now that we've got cool transmission systems and have proper attention paid to the engines and the transmissions. So that, like, you know, I'd love to see a 4240 or a 4850, even some of the, you know, with the quad range and stuff in them, and be able to, you know, go out and do some real older time field work. You know, we were experimenting on the hill there with even the big Versatile running into, you know, some problems with our speed, and it was just kind of, you know, interesting to see what the way the gears worked and having to manage shifting and stuff like that. I would love to see just more older equipment that has those right transmissions built. I'm trying to figure out why this isn't working, and it's because we've slammed into this thing so hard it's no longer lined up with our bin. So let's see if I can get this out from under here. Line it back up with the bin. This is one of the things that I never liked with the augers. The augers I feel like are a little better in some ways here with the new version, and then in others, I don't know, I'm still having tons of problems getting things to line up and actually work. So Justin, that's exactly what you're thinking. Get some old iron paired up with the gears. Yeah, the new, gearbox stuff is awesome. I'm waiting to also see what people can do with some of the new production systems and like animals and there's just lots of different things that I think are going to be so much better. All right, let's try this one more time. I really don't want to have to back this up again. Yeah, see, the problem with the gravity wagons right now, or maybe it's the gravity wagons, yeah, the tip plane doesn't seem to be particularly far out here. It's more like it's right under the tractor. And so I've got to actually drive over this thing to get it to dump out. So that's a modification that's going to need to be made here at some point to make this a little bit easier. We'll take one quick spin around here, see if I can hop up on this and not jerk the auger all over the place. Gotta see if I can get the last cart in the chain to go over this. There we go. Hey, it's Nagi. Welcome to the stream. We are spending a ton of time to try and test out whether or not you can do a load and deliver with the auger system here. I don't think we're going to be able to do load and deliver, but I think we'll be able to do deliver on a loop. So we're going to try this out. We're one trailer away here from being able to test this. All right, so I now have a bunch of corn in here. So I'm going to bring this thing into the shop. I'm going to get it turned around and put back on the road. And we're going to see if we can load and deliver with this auger. I'm really curious. All right. Help system. Create job, load and deliver. We've got lots of options. Wait, what was that? Biogas? No, that's not it. Seed, water tank. So Cutter Farm Silo, I can recognize that one. So I don't see an auger in this list. So I can't do load and deliver. What we can do is deliver. So let me show you how that works, because I think this is going to be the best option for what we want to do here with loading these up. And that is going to be to bring this over here. So Rackley's the gravity wagons are working. We're testing out some changes and stuff to them. So we'll get them working. So I'm right here. I can load my corn up, right? And we'll start the job from here. What I would want to do is do create job, and instead of load and deliver, I can do deliver. And what deliver is going to do is set my loading position to a location on the map right here with the current rotation as well. I can set it to looping, and then I can tell it to go sell somewhere. Now, where that is, I don't know. Let's just see if I can find something nearby. Well, we'll pick something that I know we can dump into, which is the Feed and Grain South. And then if I hit Start Job, he's going to wait here till he's full. But as we've discovered here before, I can turn the worker off. I can come over here and fill this up. And then I should be able to just start this job off. And he'll go on his way and come back here to reload up. Come on. So we're just going to start job now. He should go and sell this grain and then come back here when he's done. He's blocked by an object. I don't see anything. Maybe if I get out of the way. So I think this is part of the problem with not having an appropriate driveway, maybe. So much like we did before, we can help him out. Just push H to stop the current job. We're going to get him up onto the road here. Not necessarily hold this against him. You can see here it's saving my previous start position. So I'm just going to start that same job that we had fired up already. And let's see where he goes. Have I heard if Thundar is converting his stuff? He has posted and said that he is planning to convert some of his mods. However, he also said that he's going to wait until after Giants comes out with at least one more patch, because there's a bunch of known issues right now, and it's a waste of time to kind of go back and forth and troubleshoot whether or not it's a bug with the game or a bug with your mod, that kind of nonsense. And a lot of Thundar's mods are very heavy on the scripting side. So he made a post on his Discord server about that not too long ago. So I would expect to see a little bit of a delay here before we start seeing some of the stuff like community extension come to the game. Wes Henry, welcome to the stream. Good to see ya. Yeah, Derry, he requires a social distancing to be willing to do some work there. That's probably accurate. Yes, the default key for power tools is F12. I remapped it to Control P because F12 is the Steam screenshot key, and so having a screenshot taken every time I tried to use power tools was not overly effective. I just had the tractor we're supposed to be following. There we are. He sure took the roundabout way to get down here, but we'll see. Yeah, Toby, it's the one thing I'd love is to have my bushels back. I'm really curious to see if this guy's going to get back out into that field or not, but we'll see it. Oh, he's figuring it out. Simon, I believe this seeder was released on a Facebook group, but it's not been released completely publicly yet. Forward Ag is getting close. He just posted on his Facebook page a couple of hours ago saying that he's got all the bugs worked out now. So I would expect to see that hit the public site here at some point soon. He usually takes a day or two to test and make sure everything's working. So let's see what we got here. We're gonna dump some corn. Oh, we got like joggers on. That's cool. I love all the different outfits. Some Adidas track pants or something here. Oh, the shoes and the shirt are coordinated too. Gotta give them credit. Probably need to increase the unload speed on this too. I'm impatient, although it's pretty fast. I must have speeded this up because it's going pretty good. I think the initial cut that I had, this went about half as fast as this, and you were waiting to unload corn for quite a while, which would be realistic if I was putting it into an auger, but when you're dumping into a pit like this, you just want to dump, 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 and go. When do you think we'll see the first new American map this year? Probably. I think we're going to see it before the end of the year. I know a couple of people are working on maps, and so, you know, I almost hate to say it this way. I guarantee we'll see some, you know, half-assed map effort get pushed out. Now, whether or not we'll see a good one that, you know, we want to actually play on, we'll see. But I think we will. Robert, where is Forward Ag's website? Let me see here. I can't remember what his group is, but I can shoot you the Facebook page. I'm going to Alt-Tab here, so we're all going to lose sound here. That's all right. Forward Ag. Oh, look at that. Everybody's beating me to it. One of those links should work. Oh, Dairy Deer's got the group. I don't even think I'm in the group. Let me see. Oh, look at that. I'm not even cool enough to be in Forward Ag's modding group. Such a shame. We're going to have to fix that at some point here. I can never remember how to join groups as my Ketterick Farms page. And so every time I run into this problem where I try to join a group and I end up not joining as Ketterick Farms. Let's try it. Membership is pending. Well, we'll see how it works out. Either way, you can see the AI is doing the AI shuffle here. We're going all over the place. Let me get this pulled back up here. Oh, and I didn't change my screen over. Well, there you go. Yeah, I don't use Facebook groups too often anymore. Outside of a handful to stay on top of mods, at least when it comes to Forward Ag. He and the team, I shouldn't say he and I, there's a few members on that team. We get along quite well, so I chat it up with them all the time. And so that's a little bit easier handled in private messages. RXZ Gaming, have a good one, sir. I'm looking forward to getting a chance to actually play multiplayer with RXZ here in not this weekend, but the following weekend. We're gonna work something out and try and do some multiplayer. So always enjoy seeing RXZ in the stream. So this guy looks like he got back into our makeshift field here. And he's going to turn and point the right way, although since he came from a different direction, the wagons are in completely the wrong space. But if you had an auger and you wanted some help from the AI, this is going to be the best way to kind of achieve that. Where they'll, go and deliver and then come back and they'll wait until they're filled back up. So not quite the full mode, but not too bad. Toby, how do you change the keybinding on power tools? That's an easy one I can actually show off here real quick. If you come into your keyboard controls, scroll all the way to the bottom, all your mods should show up with their appropriate sections. So I've got manual attach, mobile workshop, park vehicle, and power tools installed. So I set mine up as Control P so that I'd remember it as the power tools, although it's funny, park vehicle, I'd probably remember better as Control P, and the power tools, maybe I should make Control T, but whatever, I'm a lazy guy. So that's what we got going on there though. So I'm liking this. So we've got the wagons working, we've got the corn dryer needing some work. So Nick, what does park vehicle do? Oh, park vehicle's awesome. So if you, what's the best way to show this off? So I'm going to tab over here. See how we've got these two tractors in the shed and I keep tabbing through all my vehicles? Well, I really don't want to tab to these two tractors for the rest of the stream because we're not using them for anything. So if I get into this vehicle, in the very bottom below my fuel gauge, you'll see this little tiny white symbol there. And if I push Control T while I'm in this, it gets the red stop sign / sign there. Do not enter, whatever that sign is called. And if I do the same thing here, I'm going to get into this vehicle and push Control T. Now, both of these vehicles have been removed from the tabbing order. I'm going to do the same with this combine. And so now when I tab, I'm going to get rid of this truck. I tab to this tractor, to this tractor, to this tractor, and back around. So I don't want to tab to augers, so I can take them out. I don't want this Massey. So now I'm able to tab to just the 3 tractors that I want, rather than all of my equipment. And so that's really cool, especially when you're doing a live stream, or you're recording a video or something like I do, being able to just remove things except for the couple of vehicles that you're using can really speed up your workflow. My subscribe button is hiding the park symbol. Oh, nice. Yeah, I guess I didn't realize that shows up on the screen at all times. I would think that if you were already subscribed, that shouldn't be there. I'll have to look into that. I didn't realize that button was on the screen at all times. Other mods that we've got installed here, though, I have the mobile workshop mod. I think I kind of showed this off before, but you can just walk up to a vehicle anywhere and get the workshop options. That's pretty slick. I love it. And then manual attach is just one of my all-time favorites, so we've got that back on here again. Q to attach. Press Z to, or hold Z to connect cables. If I could push the right buttons. Maybe. Oh, I've got a worker on there. There we go. If you have a worker on your vehicle, you're not going to be able to attach stuff, so that's the struggle. The US Spec 9RT. Yeah, I forgot to load that up here. I don't think I have a US Spec 9RT. Nope, I've got the base game one, but not here. Although I heard that the option to turn it on and off was hidden in the XML files, which is kind of cool. How's the AI working in fields compared to 19? If I'm being honest, I think it's probably slightly worse. And I say that because I think it has to worry about a few more things and it gets confused a little bit easier. So I will say the AI did this whole field, and ignore the weeds. The weeds are here because of a setting that I had on. But the parts that it missed is, about what I would expect from 19. So maybe it did about the same. I have not tried the enhanced vehicle mod yet. I did see that released. I'm curious to try that, and there's another one because both of them have a GPS-like functionality, and GPS is one of those mods that I've just been missing a lot here. But yeah, if you were counting on the workers to be smarter, I have not noticed hardly any difference from how they operated in 19 for normal field work. The new AI system where you can drive on the roads and stuff like that is interesting. It's just not very well fleshed out, so hopefully they get that working a bit better, though. VCA has the GPS-like steering. It's enhanced vehicle that has the point-and-shoot steering. That's right. Yeah, Brian, that would be how I would probably sum it up. About as bad as the previous version. Yeah, that's also true. We had to restart the worker probably 5 times. Now, in the worker's defense, I should have taken 2 full headland passes off. I didn't. I only did the 1. So I know better, especially with a big setup like this. I feel like we probably needed 2 out of the gate. Now, this is what I was talking about earlier with the gear system. Like, we're dropping in speed. And so if I drop my gears down and get a higher RPM here, I start to pick up speed even though I'm on a steeper part of the hill. So it's really cool. I like how this is working. This is a lot of fun, and this is where I can't wait to see some of the older equipment get into the game here so that we can play with stuff like this a little bit more. But yeah, GPS and a good 4x or 16x map would be nice. I think if we got good splines on the roads and like wide roads where there's not a lot to crash into, that a 4x map would be a lot of fun with the new AI system. Because what I like about the new AI system, it's not all bad, is I don't have to record an auto drive course or a course play course. I just tell it to go. So I think as it gets better, and if the map makers pay attention to adding the splines for the AI, that it will do pretty good. So we're gonna knock out a few of these corner pieces. Clean up the mess that we left. Anyone found conveyors can't transport grapes? I can't say that I've tried to put the grapes into the conveyors. I didn't even know that they were listed as an acceptable type. I wouldn't expect you to be able to put grapes through the auger systems. Maybe these, but these are more meant for potatoes. I can't think of a scenario where I would want to put grapes through them. The helper route system needs the ability to add waypoints so you can tell it which way to go and miss the downtowns. Yeah, that would be awesome. And yeah, scooters, that's one of the things, that's why I've been using different tractors. Like the tractors we're using, the 8Rs and stuff, that was the base game tractor with just some visual changes. So I know the AI stuff is set up right on that. And then for the trailers and stuff, you've got to add those AI nodes or they don't work at all. Before I edited those gravity wagons, they wouldn't work with the AI system at all. You weren't even able to start a job with it. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, the new AI worker system is definitely not going to compete with what we had from Courseplay for sure. I think it's more of an auto drive competitor, except it's not competing at this point, right? I mean, you'd have to be a whole lot better than what you are to replace auto drive compared to what we had in FS19. None of the in-game trailers can haul lime. Really? I don't think that's true. Are you sure? We gotta check this. Hang on. Oh, wrong button. Now we're saving the game. Lime trailers. Huh. None of the in-game trailers haul lime. Well, how are you supposed to get lime? Just bring your spreader up there every time? That seems a bit excessive. Well, look at that. I would think that you would want to just, if you're playing on an edited map, I would add lime to the bulk fill option. Like a trailer like this should definitely be able to haul lime if you wanted it to. I would just add lime to the convey-all. Oh, that's a good point. This thing will haul... Nope, this is just seed and fert. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I would add it to the bulk feed or the bulk category. I have a lime in a Brantnum power tube right now. What is that? I'm looking for that. This one? I'm trying to look at the brand names here. Maybe it just doesn't list it. Here, let's buy one. Oops. I would expect like this to hold it. Maybe this. Oh, what did we do? Well, there you go. I don't know if I've been keeping track. Oh, look at that. 64 times. Something is pushing the button that I use. Oh. The crash counter button is also my gear shift button, so we've shifted gears 66 times. Whoops. Let me see. It's an auger. All right, let's see here. Now I want to know. So let's get a tractor. I want to see what we can do here. I don't know. We'll just buy anything. Like, I would expect this little red trailer here to hold lime. It's not listed, but let's see if we can hold lime. Oops. Oh, this doesn't have gears, so I can't... I get so used to pushing the space bar and then continuing to accelerate to go backwards that when I finally get into a vehicle that has a drive and a reverse, with an IVT, I forget how to use it. Alright, now, if I'm not mistaken, McKnight Gaming has some lime. Well, let me, before we drive over there, let me see if I can buy lime like this and do anything with it. No, the trailers can, but look at the auger. The name of the KUW, the red trailer will hold it. What are we talking about? Like, there's no lime listed here, right? Look at the auger. The name is KUW. Do you mean the Auger Wagons? I don't see any Auger Wagons named KUW. I have no idea what they're talking about. So we're gonna just test this out. Oh, crashing into the lime. Yeah, so this will hold it. Interesting. You spill or tip to the ground, you have to use a bucket or tractor or a telehandler to pick it back up. Yeah, that's probably how that would work out. I'm kind of curious now if I can dump this into a conveyor. I do kind of like this crampy trailer like this. Yeah, I didn't think that was gonna work. Now I don't know if that's just because the destination doesn't accept it or if the auger doesn't accept it. Either way, well, that's not a thing. Try an auger wagon. Yeah, I wouldn't expect an auger wagon to be able to hold lime. Now, if any auger wagon was going to be able to do it, it'd be this conveyor. So I'll get one of those, and I'll get one of these. We'll just drop this right here. I can't do it from in the cab. Yeah, I have corn in that bin, William. Does the little red auger pick up off the ground? Yes. This one should work exactly like it did in FS19. There is an auger. It starts with KUW. It's for potatoes. There is not an auger that starts with KUW. All of the augers are here in the belt systems. All right, let's see here. Yeah, the augers are in the belt system menu. There is no auger menu. It's belt systems. There's Auger Wagons, grain carts. Oh, this thing. This thing is very odd looking. I wouldn't expect this to work with that, but we can also try that out. Let's see here. I'm going to need a bunch more of these to test with. So we're going to do this. See how many containers of lime I can buy real quick. I should have just gone back up to the farm where we've got the Mechanite placeables. But we'll get it done. Bulk buy. Yeah, that would have worked too. I don't want to have to drive around. So this does not work as expected. So dump this off. Let's try the next one. Let's try. Be interesting if the potato wagon works. Oh, once again, pushing that spacebar to change gears doesn't work when you don't have any gears in your tractor. I'm also used to being able to get in the general vicinity and push Q. I've already forgotten how to use manual attach. Definitely cannot use this to get the lime. Nope, no dice. Let's get rid of this. I think we've got one more cart here. Nope, both of those are from the semi perspective. So let's park this guy out of the way. We'll get a semi and test this out real quick. Let's see if we can grab this one. A little extra horsepower. See if we can not get stuck. Oh, for getting grapes, you mean? Maybe, but I doubt it. It's only listed as a potato wagon. I don't think it's going to take grapes. Now, what I'm expecting is this conveyal will actually work with the lime. Because this is essentially like a seed tender, fertilizer and seed. So I would expect it to also support lime, but not necessarily what the folks over at Giants would think. And honestly, I don't even know realistically if you would be able to auger lime out with something like this. So I do know that I'm really sick of how slippery these tires get. Like, I don't even have anything in this trailer. I can't pull it. We gotta get a fix for this in the game soon. The Ropa does the lime. Oh, that would be interesting. That's the potato or beet technology thing, right? This thing? Yeah, that'll pick up anything off the ground just about. I wonder if that would do grapes or something. But this thing's a beast. Like, trying to drive that thing around on your farm would be insanity. Come on. So it's like, I would love to use this trailer, but all the semi-trailers in the game are just a pain to use right now. Oh, I need to attach hoses. Okay, well that's part of the problem. Wheel slip is still an issue, but it's less of an issue when you actually hook it up. But I don't seem to be getting any refill point on that. Let me see if there's a way to... This is just an unload auger. You can toggle through all your different sections. But yeah, no ability to refill it from a pallet at least. And so usually if it doesn't work from a pallet, it's not going to work. If you have a pile of stones on the ground and try to pick it up with a stone picker, it doesn't work. Yeah, we tried that during a previous live stream. which is unfortunate. But yeah, this one I would love to see capable of holding lime, because then you could do, you know, lime, seed, fertilizer, whatever you want. It's got all the dividers in there. I love this trailer. But I'd love to see it with lime as well. 6 different compartments. Pretty cool. Yeah, so I know this should hold lime, so let's hook up to that real quick. I want to see if that one's gonna work, and then we'll call that a day. Let's see. Disconnect the hoses. Drop the trailer off. Lime to auger. Yeah, there was a mod for that. Yeah, I found the weights and densities of different materials in the game has been kind of interesting, so I think that some of that probably needs a little bit of work still. This is going to be an interesting test. See if we can load from the ground, and if not, I'm going to actually get a... Yeah, so we can load lime into this thing. So you've got some options. It's interesting that they don't list them in the store, but at least there are trailers, you know, because in my experience when we were doing lime, we'd get a big trailer like this or something, and it'd just come and dump it out on the end of the field, and you get a loader to load it up into the spreader at the edge of the field. So using something like this would be pretty realistic, I think, for getting lime delivered. Maybe not a side dump, but, you know, trailers like this where they just bulk dump it into your field and then you load it up would be how I've seen that done before. Cool. Can you dump on the ground and then have the belt pick it up? Let's find out. That's a great question. I don't have access to this land, though. So let's go try that somewhere else. Like right over here. I suspect the belt will pick this up. Bearded Gamer, how you doing? You wish the solid fur tank held lime. Well, McKnight Gaming has added a new lime placeable here with his edit of this map. If I can hop over here to the farm, I'll show it off. Visit. So we've got some new placeables here. We've got a fertilizer placeable as well as seed and lime here. And so you're able to dump lime into this placeable or buy it and have it delivered to your farm. So that's pretty cool. Where's my thing? Here we go. All right, we're rocking 3 miles an hour. Let's do this. Helps if I put the hitch up. Court price, you can grab that from McKnight Gaming on Facebook, or it's linked in the in my Discord server in the mod support section. He's been dropping links. So the latest version, which is actually newer than the version we're playing on tonight, is linked on my Discord server. So the link to my Discord server is in the description of this video. Toby, has anyone gotten big rocks from plowing yet? All you've seen is the small rocks. I have not. I've been meaning to test that. Maybe I'll get a plow out right after this. I want to test that out. We're running way over time, my normal time on the stream here tonight, but I'm having fun testing things out. The whole point of tonight was to test a bunch of different mods, so we'll have to try that out here in 1 second. Come on, lime. Let's see here. Turn conveyor belt on. Yep, looks like the conveyor belt picks up the lime just fine. So, we've got lime on the belt now. The belt's pretty short, so I wouldn't be able to get too many things into here. You'd have to get the next auger and so on, but you can see it picked it up right away, so I feel confident that that would work out good. Plowing only gives you big rocks. Well, let's see, because I've done a lot with the small rocks. I want to get a plow and see if we got some big rocks, because I have been curious. Let's get this big blue thing. We don't have any good US-style tillage equipment here. Yeah, Pep, you just need the next belt up to transfer it into. I'm too lazy to drive another belt across the road at 3 miles an hour, though. Yeah, the cultivating definitely is dropping the small rocks, so I know what those look like. We've dealt with that quite a bit at this point. So let's see if we can pop up some big rocks here. I want to see. I haven't done any plowing in our other series because I was hoping somebody would come out with a US style tillage equipment here, but no luck so far. Oh, I think I've got rocks turned off. Hang on. This is a test server, so where'd it go? Fieldstone. Let's turn Fieldstone on. And I also have timescale turned on, so you can go up to 15,000 on the time now. Look at that. That's pretty epic. We're going to turn the worker on here. So those are definitely small stones here. Not very large at all. So, yeah, I mean, I saw the screenshots from Giants when they released the information about stones, and they definitely showed off different sized stones, and these are not them. These are all the tiny little pebbly stones, and there's a ton of them, so you have to run a roller or something on it. Subsoiler and Spader gave you bigger rocks. I know they said plowing, subsoil, and subsoiling were supposed to do it, where cultivation and stuff wasn't. So let's grab one of these here real quick and try that out. I'm going to need a tractor. This thing looks cool. I'm sure it's randomized, but all I've seen is the little tiny rocks at this point. I've never seen a big rock in all the stuff that we've done in 22 so far, so I'm kind of waiting for it. Scooters, I've looked at their tutorials, but I mean, I don't get any big rocks with deep tillage, so something's definitely not right. Because they said straight up that plowing was one of the things that was supposed to bring bigger rocks. Of course, this isn't going to do anything because we're in a painted piece of terrain. It still cracks me up that you get a cultivated looking texture with a big subsoiler like this. Like, if anything, this should be giving me a texture like the plowed texture over here. And so, I don't know. They just don't seem to know what a big rock, like rocks in fields. When I was farming, like something like this, I wouldn't have even bothered picking up. You know, these are just tiny little rocks. So I don't know. I liked the way that Thundar did the Rocky Fields mod a lot better, where they were actual physical rocks that you could pick up. They ended up working quite a bit better. But the small rocks are definitely just kind of more of an annoyance in the way that they're implemented right now. And so, you know, they've just, like, in my regards, the way that the rocks are implemented in Farm Sim, I'll probably end up just turning them off because they're completely unrealistic. Like, subsoiling and plowing should turn up big rocks. Any other type of tillage should be, you know, surface rocks only. So it's really not done well. The roller works pretty cool, but there's just nothing that's, you know, really makes a rock picker worth it here in the way Farm Sim has it working right now. The Farm Sim Academy has been a very interesting thing that I'm waiting to see when they get the rest of their tutorials up here at some point. They don't have a tutorial up for stone picking yet. They do have a thing up for plowing and cultivating, but that's pretty much all they've got up there right now. And supposedly, subsoilers like this are supposed to return larger rocks, but I don't see, like, these aren't larger rocks, or if they are, like, you can't tell the difference between a small stone and a large stone. Lime fills in all the bulk trailers, yeah. Nice. The rock picker cultivates the field, yeah. I mean, I guess it's, you know, I can understand that there's a need for the game mechanic, but like, this is a great example. So if we stop this worker here real quick, I'm gonna switch our screens over to this one. Nope. 1 second. Let me see if I can fix that. That's the wrong desktop. One more time. No, it's not liking me. Try that. There we go. So this is the page that Scooter was talking about. And you can see here that they've got the plows are supposed to create small stones, which makes no sense to me. Spaders create small stone, which, you know, whatever. And then subsoilers, which is what we're using right now, are supposed to create large stones. But there's literally no difference in the stones that we're seeing in the field here. Like, if we come and look at these side by side, right? Here's the stones from our subsoiler, which all look pretty small, and here's the stones from our plow. I mean, they're the exact same stones, so something's not working right here. Now, they might make it so that you can't roll them, but they don't look any different. They look exactly the same, you know, from a visual perspective, or they're so similar that you can't tell the difference, which is, you know, my struggle with it is, like, you know, these look like these. I don't see a significant difference here. So what happens if we lease a roller here, or buy a roller real quick? Let's test it. Buy. We'll get yet another tractor, why not? Oh, I haven't used this yet this stream. Let's see here. Can I get a duals option here? Bump our engine up a mite. We won't play with all the options here. Let's see here. Here we go. Let's see how this thing unfolds. Yeah, see, I can roll these stones from the subsoiler. Away they go. So the subsoiler's broke or not doing what it's supposed to be doing. There's got to be a larger stone mechanic that they have, but these are smaller stones. We're rolling them all under, so, you know, and maybe the larger stones are so much less frequent that I just haven't found one yet. I don't know. It's crazy, though, that, you know, when all we have to go on is their own help, you know, documentation, and it seems to be either misleading or inaccurate. I don't know. But no large stones from subsoilers or plows at this point, at least. Have a good one, McKnight. We will catch up with you soon, I'm sure. But yeah, I like the sounds on this tractor. We're running it in too high of a gear here. And so I like how it's kind of like petering out the rum, rum, rum when I was struggling to keep the engine rolling here, so. Pretty cool. The gear system, I think we got spot on. It's interesting that the roller doesn't destroy the crops. It makes sense for the smaller crops, but these are pretty big. I would expect these to be getting knocked down, but these are probably like withered or something. Yeah, Nick, that's what it feels like. It feels like they just forgot to turn the large stones on. I suspect at some point we're going to see an update to the game that's going to fix some of these issues and have all of this working just a little bit better. So, in its current state, though, not so much. Not seeing any differences no matter what piece of tillage equipment we've used here. So, that's the test of all of that stuff. So, with that, I think this is a great spot to wrap up tonight's stream. We've done a ton of testing. We've learned a lot about the game. And so tomorrow we'll be back with some Let's Play videos. I've got some tutorial videos in the works. I spent some time making a trying to make a tutorial video for the AI driver, but that tutorial is essentially maybe wait for a patch because they don't work well enough. I couldn't get through a whole tutorial, so stay tuned. We'll be doing some more. We're going to be getting back into multiplayer live streams here soon as well. We're standing up some more servers for the community, so if you're looking for somewhere to play multiplayer with a good group of people, think about joining the channel and playing on the live stream servers with me. We've got one server now. We're going to have probably 3 by the end of the week, so we're looking forward to that. However, I think that's all for today. Ketterk out.